The motors from the 1990s are some of the best motors still out there as far as durability. It's still freezing here in New England. Got me thinking. In the morning, I'm starting up my old FJ there. There she is, doing great, a little bit dirty. Just took us to Vermont and back for a really good ski trip. And it got me thinking, I start up in the morning, I'm thinking about how the car's getting warmed up and what's happening, with the oil getting around the motor. Brought me back to something. The motors from the 1990s are some of the best motors still out there as far as durability. Ask any mechanic who's been working for decades and they'll tell you how they're indestructible. They'll describe them as you could take the oil out and they'll still run. Why is that? Dug into it a little bit. There were some big regulation changes internationally with improving gas mileage. So they started holding car companies accountable for their total amount of gas mileage for their whole fleet. So they were doing everything they could to improve any gas mileage by 1 or 2 miles per gallon. One of the ways to do it was to put much thinner oil in the systems and close in tolerances. Well, it worked. They would get cars with 1 or 2 miles per gallon better, which adds up to millions when you have a fleet. So the downside is they become very vulnerable to not having exact maintenance done at the right time, very vulnerable to slight variabilities in manufacturing, and you end up with motors that will blow up from big brands that, all the big brands you buy, marquees, under 100,000 miles. I mean, it's not that uncommon now for motors to come undone. I mean, think about how the values drop of a lot of cars when they're 5 years old. $150,000 car that's now $25,000. So it's kind of interesting, the consequences of regulations. How did the regulations in your industry affect how you design? And I hope you're living in a warmer climate. And give a little love to your cars. Let them warm up if you live in a cold climate.